That feels a little low.
Hi, team. Hi, everybody. Um, Here comes part two of the who does what, scratching the surface of every awesome teammate involved in helping us have an amazing prep and getting us to the starting line to start filming. So here we go. Another department prepping all their equipment in prep is the video assist department. We have cameras capturing the show itself, right, when we're filming the show. But in order for people to see what the cameras are capturing, the DP, the director, the writer, the producers, there's monitors all around, which are what the people are actually watching to see what the camera is capturing. And that's something that Jesse will prepare and figure out how many of those little setups we need and get all of that equipment ready to go. What else? Oh, the props department. Think of props as covering anything an actor touches has gone through the props department. So in this case, just to keep running with this diner example, any food that is on camera is found by the props department. Let's say there are menus at this diner that need to have the name that the writer has assigned to the diner on the menu. So the props department makes those for people to hold in the scene. Let's say in the scene, one actor is giving another a birthday present, and it's all wrapped and gets opened in the shot, unwrapped in the scene, the paper torn. Then we cut and go again, do a take two. The props department is the one who, that is a prop of theirs, that present, and they'll have multiples of it. They'll prep 15 or however many we ask for to be ready so that we can keep doing the scene from different angles and different takes and so on, and always have a brand new looking present at the start of the shot, so they're ahead of that. They also do things like think way ahead to, does an actor pay for their meal at the end of the scene, in which case we see inside their wallet. Does that mean we would see their driver's license? So we need to work with that still photographer again in prep to get pictures of the cast that can go on the driver's license to just be seen in evidence in their wallet too, just to make it all look real. So that's all the amazing stuff that they think about to make sure stuff looks real and is fully prepped just in case we see it, which is awesome of them. Who else? Oh, there's this whole team at the office that these kind, lovely humans that we see every day we go to the office, who on one hand just take care of us with making sure like the Zoom setup is working right whenever we have meetings. They wrangle our lunches, getting us lunches when we're in prep mode. And they also help with just distributing information to every crew member who needs it. When scripts come out, they make sure they go to everybody. When I'm done with a draft of the schedule and it's ready for departments to get it, they're the ones who email it out to everybody. They also prep all the support people that need to be in place when we're working with kids or with animals. You need to have a teacher around when you're working with kids. You need to have the American Humane representative around when you're working with animals, and they line all of that stuff up. And again, they're just nice people. I like it. Who else? Another department is the animal wranglers. They, anytime we have an animal on set, they are the ones who train the animal before our shoot day with any specifics that are requested or scripted, like a dog walks from this front door across the street to the neighbor's front door. They will go out to the location with the dog before the shoot day and help them get trained, which is necessary because waiting on an animal to succeed at the assignment is no AD's favorite thing. There's my team, the team I work with, the AD staff, assistant directing staff. Our second AD, Ty, our awesome second AD, is wrangling all of the cast and timing out all of those fittings, scheduling those fittings, all of those haircuts, all of those other things we talk about actors doing, like working with the dialect coach, or if let's say one of the characters in this diner is the chef. If the mom is the chef in the back of the diner, does she need a minute to work with a local chef here to perfect some knife skills? Like we've talked about those kind of hypothetical things. So our team is very activated in making sure everyone's prepped and ready to go and has the information they need to know what's coming out first and what our priorities are. And there's a lot going on there. The sound department is also in the mix to warm up all their gear, scan through the scripts to see if there's any like music playback needs or any sounds we'll want to hear when shooting, and they would help with playing back those sounds or songs or whatever in the moment. So that's something that they do in prep. In addition to getting ready to record all the sounds, all the actor dialogue, and the sound of cars pulling in, and any specific sounds, they'll capture all that in our shoot. Oh, extras casting. Well, casting first. Anyone who has dialogue in the show is found by the casting department, and they have auditions, and the writer and director and producers approve every person and pick from the auditions and so on. That's ongoing throughout the show until every part is cast. And extras casting, so all the people who don't have dialogue but contribute to the feel of the space, are found as well, and they are picture picked typically. Like, we'll show some photos to our director and writer, and they'll pick the kind of faces that they like of the people. They'll typically have fittings, like certainly running with this 1972 scene that we're talking about, they would all need fittings, and costumes would have to provide their clothing for them. We talked about possibly seeing outside this diner if we need anybody to drive cars by. Those would be extras typically, unless it's something stunty. But if it's just a car driving by a secure road, those would be extras. So we need to find all those people. The cars that those extras would drive by are found by the picture car department. They find any car that would be parked outside, driven, character cars, like let's say if this family at the diner owns a van, that plays in many scenes throughout the show, that this same department, the picture car department, would find those cars. Another department working hard in prep is the greens department, who I believe is under technically the umbrella of the art department. But they'll, like when we're on stage, they will have what we call wild trees, or trees that can be moved around to camera to, for example, if we're looking out the window on stage and there's a bunch of gear out there, they might put a tree outside the window to help it look like it's an actual normal view out the window and not a bunch of metal equipment out there. And on location, let's say it's scripted that a person in their front lawn has a bunch of specific kind of flowers, or that they're into gardening. The greens department is the one that will come in and prep all that to the specifics of what the writer and director and the production designer, since they're under the art umbrella, are after. There's also a travel coordinator in the mix who knows the timing of when we need to have certain actors or people in town, depending on what scene we're shooting, and make sure they have the flight and housing and rental car and all that stuff to be able to get here and be all set up when they do get here. There's a medic around at all times when construction is working and building things, when they're doing any kind of stunt rehearsals that we talked about in prep. A medic is with them to make sure everyone is safe, and a medic will be with us every day when we start shooting as well. I'm sweating. There's also the catering and craft service department, two different departments. One takes care of the meals, the caterers, and craft service provides snacks all day and drinks and water all day, which is very important in a hot climate like this one especially. I want to make sure everyone stays hydrated. So I imagine in prep they're figuring out the numbers of how many people they'll need to feed over the course of the show. There's never a shortage of food around, and that is thanks to those two departments for sure. All right, that is it. I'm sure I'm forgetting some people, which I'll remedy in time. Grateful to everybody on this list who, on this and every show I've ever worked on, just helped make it all possible. Anytime I have a guest or a visitor on set, they're always genuinely surprised at how many people are there for our shoot, the 100+ crew members that are making every scene possible. And that's a totally separate group than everyone I just mentioned in this video, the other 100+ people who are making the shoot possible just by doing all of that legwork ahead of time to help us be as ready and prepped as we can be once we step onto set. So go team. Oh, personal note, highlight. I went to Chrome Yellow this morning, and they said, "Do you want the usual?" And as someone who travels for work and who loves coffee shops, that's always a favorite moment in the trip, when they know, when the coffee shop knows your order. That's just the best. Okay, it's the little things. All right, thank you so much. Hope everyone is doing well, and I'll check in very soon. Okay, bye. Go team. That's so many people.